Hello everyone! Our topic today is about intermittent fasting. I have done intermittent fasting for a diet before, and at that time I actually lost weight and felt lighter because of intermittent fasting. Have you all been on a diet? So the question I always had is, are there any health risks that may result from intermittent fasting? Hi there, I'm Ume. I will explain everything related to intermittent fasting. And before we start, please subscribe to our channel so the next time you'll be updated with our new releases. So what is intermittent fasting? Intermediate fasting or intermittent fasting is an eating design that cycles between periods of fasting and eating. Intermittent fasting is used by some people to reduce weight and enhance their health, while others do it for religious reasons. It doesn't indicate which food varieties you ought to eat, but instead when you ought to eat them. During the fasting period, you eat either nothing or very little. Intermittent fasting methods. There are a few distinct methods for you to do intermittent fasting. Most used strategies are the 16-8 method. It includes skipping breakfast and limiting your everyday eating period for 8 hours. For example, 1 to 9 p.m. Then at that point, you fast for 16 hours in between. The second method is called Eat Stop Eat. Now this includes fasting for 24 hours more than once per week. For instance, by not having from dinner one day until dinner the following day. The third method is the 5-2 diet. With this strategy, you consume just 500 to 600 calories on 2 non-consecutive days of the week, yet eat ordinarily the other 5 days. Now someone may ask, is there health benefits to intermittent fasting? As all of us know that weight reduction is the most widely recognized justification for attempting intermittent fasting. Numerous studies have shown that it can have incredible advantages for weight control. Now, other health benefits of intermittent fasting include insulin resistance. Now, intermittent fasting can diminish insulin resistance, which can protect you against type 2 diabetes. Also, intermittent fasting also helps to protect you against obesity. For brain health, intermittent fasting increases the cerebral hormone BDNF that might protect you against Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Anti-aging intermittent fasting can expand your life expectancy. Now we'll be talking about a guide to 4 questions about intermittent fasting. Now I will start and clarify whether this is true or not. Let's take a true or not quiz to discuss the 4 most frequently asked questions regarding intermittent fasting and what you might be curious about. So is intermittent fasting more effective for women than men? Actually, no. So there is some proof that intermittent fasting may not be as helpful for women as it is for men, and sometimes it could be contraindicated. So for instance, one study showed that it further developed insulin sensitivity in men, yet deteriorated glucose control in women. Unfortunately, there are reported cases of women whose menstrual periods stopped when they began doing intermittent fasting and returned to ordinary when they continued their previous eating pattern. Therefore, women ought to be cautious with intermittent fasting. Does intermittent fasting lead to ketosis? Yes. So by 12 hours of fasting, you have entered the metabolic state called ketosis. This is the goal of fasting and abstaining from eating sugars, so that the body resorts to using fats as a source of energy that turns into ketones by the liver to nourish vital organs of the body such as heart, skeletal muscles, and brain. By 18 hours, you've changed to fat-consuming mode and are producing a large number of ketone bodies. You would now be able to start to measure blood ketone levels over your baseline values. Within 24 hours, your cells are progressively reusing all segments and breaking down misfolded proteins connected to Alzheimer's and different diseases. This is a cycle called AUTOPHAGY. Third question, so should I ever drink water during intermittent fasting? The answer is no. So water is typically safe to drink when fasting because it has no calories. You can drink roughly 4 to 5 liters every day to stay hydrated and flush out toxins from your body. How much water do I have to drink? You can stay hydrated while performing intermittent fasting by drinking various calories-free beverages besides water. Among them are black coffee, unsweetened tea, lemon water. So intermittent fasting, is it unhealthy for women over the age of 50? The answer is no. So women over 50 may ask whether intermittent fasting is appropriate for them or not. Fasting is successful in helping older women lose belly fat, which is a concern for menopausal women. In addition, fasting for different lengths of time also helps to reduce the risk of serious diseases, including cancer. Now let's finish with possible side effects of intermittent fasting. You could be surprised that there are side effects of intermittent fasting. In addition to feeling hungry, you may also feel weak and your brain might not perform as it used to. This is usually temporary until your body adjusts to these new changes in the eating pattern. These things are frequently simple and may not do any harm. But if you suffer from certain conditions and have attempted intermittent fasting, you should and maybe sometimes quit abruptly if you experience any of the following situations. If you have diabetes, have low pulse, take drugs, you are underweight, women trying to conceive, or women with a history marked by amenorrhea, or are pregnant or breastfeeding. Thank you for joining us in yet another video at covering key health-related topics with CloudHospital TV. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and we'll respond to you as soon as possible.